Let's get into the wrangle. I'm joined on the desk as ever by late debate co-host Liz Storer. Great to see you, Liz.
Good to be here.
And in Melbourne, we got Justin Smith, the man about Melbourne, broadcaster, columnist, all the rest of it. I want to start off on this energy stuff. Amazing frankness today from the CEO of Alinta Energy, Jeff Dimery. Let's have a look again at what he had to say.
You came here for truths and straight talking about the transition. So here's a doozy. Australians will have to pay more for energy in the future.
No kidding, Liz. I mean, honestly.
Revelatory.
Genius. But hang on a second, Justin. Your mates tell us they're going backwards by $275, and they've only missed that by about $700 so far.
My mates are saying that, are they? Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Please enlighten me.
Well, these blokes, these lefties running the country who say they're going to save the planet and reduce our power bills by $275 a year, and they've gone up.
Oh, we don't want to save the planet. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, that's good. I'm glad to know your full agenda here, that you're not keen on saving the planet anymore. Okay. All right.
Look,
thank you. Enlighten me more, please.
I've got a diesel car and I use electricity, so obviously I want to destroy the best planet in the universe. Now, come on, mate. So these electricity prices are going to hurt people even more. We've got to face up to it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, there was that a survey out today saying that people are concerned about moving too fast into renewables because their power prices are going to go through the roof. But the good part of that survey is also that people actually believe in renewables. I mean, I think we believe, and I was joking before, none of us want to see the planet dead, I hope, but, none of us are pushing in that direction. But, I mean, come on, we've got to be all heading for the same goal on this. It's not actually just what we're after, it's how we're after it is the most important thing. Can't we all just get together on that one?
Yeah, what we need is electricity because our whole civilization is founded on it. And I don't believe in renewables.
Gee, I'm learning a lot, mate.
I know
I'm really learning a lot tonight. Wow, thank you.
Liz, I know about renewables and I know you can't power a modern economy on them. Yeah. Otherwise, someone would have done it by now.
Exactly. And across particularly the Western world, our governments have now spent $2.7 trillion rolling out renewable energy, and every single country is yet to see value for money. We keep being told, whether it's Biden in the US, Rishi Sunak in the UK, or the Albanese government, we keep being told, oh, this is the cheapest form of power. We are simply not seeing that, not to mention when we're talking about renewables versus coal or renewables versus nuclear, renewables versus basically any other form of energy, we're not talking about comparing apples with apples. Now we're clearing thousands of hectares. The most recent one I heard talked about today was in the King's catchment. This is going to be 570 more hectares cleared for a solar farm that will cost taxpayers $750 million. What do we know about solar energy? It's not half as powerful as coal. So what are we getting for those 570 hectares that you're now clearing in the King River catchment?
Keep using coal for the next couple of thousand years. I mean, is that your plan?
Until we have a viable
but how are you going to get to that point if you don't start with solar, if you don't start with other renewables? How are you actually going to get to that point? Yes, it's not going to happen tomorrow. Yes, it's not going to be able to power everything. But the plan is, as time goes on, we learn more about it, we get better at it, it becomes more efficient, it then becomes cheaper. How are you going to get to that point?
Nobody has a problem with what you just described, Justin. Nobody has a problem with it. What we have a problem with
problem because you want to keep using coal.
We're doing it far too fast. People are paying extortionate energy prices.
What's your schedule?
And being told that they're going to rise even further. It's not workable. It's not viable.
What's your schedule?
And in the middle of a cost of living crisis, it's simply that we keep using fossil fuels until we have enough renewables to make the switch.
All right.
Everyone's
But
happy
if we
for it to
don't develop
complement
the
what we currently have
technology,
in
we're
the grid.
never going to get
We've got to move
there.
on. We've got to move on.
We're never going to get to that.
Got to move on. Got to move on. Got to move on. They call it the Kenny Report. I get a word
Why
in
am
every
I
now and then.
making sense?
No, it's simple. You're making no sense at all. And the answer here is clearly you can't shut down the reliable energy you have until you have something reliable to replace it. What I would do is
What
is wrong with my argument?
Well, because we don't have enough electricity, mate. Have you noticed the power prices are going through the roof? People can't play it, and you're running out of power in Victoria and elsewhere.
No.
So you don't
but you told me my argument is wrong.
Well,
we are going to need to invest in renewables to be able to use it one day. It is not going to just happen at once when fossil fuels run out.
But you're trying to use it now. You're shutting down all the coal-fired and gas-fired power now. We're short of electricity, and guess what? Guess what? Renewables can't power our economy.
We're not shutting down all the coal. Is the coal? Their coal is being used in Australia. It hasn't been all shut down.
I'll give up. I'm not going to talk about energy anymore.
Mate, if you're going to use hyperbole, get a little closer.
Justin said it's all fixed. We're all ticking along, tickety-boo. If you reckon your power prices and supplies are okay, then we'll come back to this, Justin, no doubt. I do need to get on to another issue, though, because I want to get your thoughts on this. We talked a lot about getting people back to the office, a lot of employers trying to get people back to the office. I'm all in favour of that. Great flexibility if you can have it, but people need to turn up at work. Now, Liz, the incentives some people are throwing at people to get them back to the office, extra leave, extra, free food and stuff at the office, and free pet sitting. They'll look after your pets or let you bring the pets to the office.
Incredible. I mean, this is obviously, as you've said, it smacks of desperation. I'm all for working from home. I really do. I think the price it takes, the time it takes as well out of people's day to commute in, and what we learned during the pandemic, we can't unlearn, and that is things can work quite well in the office without going to that extent. So employers now have got a lot of hybrid systems going, as well as people who are just completely working from home, because people don't want to relinquish their newfound freedoms. And especially for parents, that means they can do a drop-off or a pickup.
The flexibility is great.
The flexibility is too much to part with. And I'm sorry, but employers have just got to resign themselves to that fact.
Obviously, Justin, a lot of employers think they need people in the office. That's why they're offering these incentives.
Yeah, but why can't they link it to productivity, though? I mean, because
that's the point.
If they were able to
productivity.
Prove if they can prove that the person's more productive at home, let them stay at home. If they can show that they're going to be more productive if they actually come into the office and it's better for the business, then they go that way. Can't we find a common sense ground here? We say, hey, listen, that person's great at home. Leave them there because they churn it out like no one's business. However, for this crew, we've got to bring them in. Surely we can.
Surely we can all work it out and everyone can work from home. Honestly, I'll tell you what, I've learned, this is a wrangle where I've learned a lot. I've learned that I'm terribly old-fashioned because I believe in cheap, affordable energy and that people should turn up at work. We'll see where we go next week.
Mate. You were old-fashioned.
Yes, indeed. Thanks for joining us again, Justin and Liz. We'll wrangle for even longer, I think, a little longer next week.